Hello viewers, and welcome to this program, which is organized by the Guyana National Bureau of Standards as it collaborates with ASTM International to host the ASTM Caribbean Roadshow. My name is Lloyd David, Public Relations Officer of the Guyana National Bureau of Standards. So we are in Guyana today. Yes, ASTM International is in Guyana for the next 2 days. Before I go any further, I would like to invite the panel of this program today. So I'll start with my immediate right, and they'll tell us a bit about themselves, and so that we can have a sense of who is talking to us about standardization today. So I'll start with my immediate right.
Hi, I'm Travis Murdock. I'm with ASTM International. I'm one of the technical committee operations there that helps facilitate the development of our standards.
Okay.
Good morning. I'm Jim Olshefsky, ASTM International, Director of External Relations, and I work to help to manage our MOU, our Memorandum of Understanding program. And I'm pleased to say that we've had a long relationship with GNBS since 2011 when we signed an MOU here in the region.
Yes, Olshefsky.
And I'm Candelle Walcott-Bostwick, Executive Director of the Guyana National Bureau of Standards. And indeed, it's a pleasure to welcome the ASTM International team to Guyana on this inaugural roadshow.
Good morning. My name is Mark Johnson. I'm the Executive Vice President of Business Development at the International Code Council. We're the producers of the international codes and have had a presence in the region. I'm working with many of the Caribbean countries. It's a pleasure to be here today, and I look forward to the discussions.
Good morning. My name is Fulgence St. Prix. I am the Technical Officer responsible for standards with the CARICOM Regional Organization for Standards and Quality. It's a pleasure to be here among these esteemed panelists, people from ASTM International and ICC. CrossQ have had a long relationship with ASTM. We signed an MOU with them in 2010, October of 2010, and now we're just developing collaboration with the ICC, the International Code Council, as we move the forward ahead.
Okay, thank you very much for that introduction. Certainly I will join with the Executive Director of the Bureau of Standards to welcome you today to Guyana. I know you've been welcome across the region already, but we are glad to have you in Guyana. Now, I want to go right into talking a bit about ASTM. We want our viewers to understand what really is ASTM International and what they are involved in essentially. So I'll invite Mr. Jim Olshefsky to talk about that.
Certainly. ASTM International is a developer and provider of voluntary consensus international standards. These standards are technical documents that are used around the world by governments and industry to help improve the quality of their products, to promote the reliability of materials, and to help international commerce. These standards have been quoted now over 7,000 times around the world, and I'm working with our standards bodies in 110 different countries now through our Memorandum of Understanding program. The high quality, market relevant standards of ASTM are well known around the world, especially in the area of construction products. And as Guyana moves forward with its construction efforts, we hope to work even more closely with GNBS in the future.
Ms. Bostwick, I know there's a relationship of the Guyana National Bureau of Standards with ASTM. Can you walk us through that relationship so that we can understand, as a National Standards Bureau here, what is the role and collaborative relationship with ASTM as we go on?
All right, thank you, Lloyd. Well, at the Guyana National Bureau of Standards, one of our main objectives is to ensure that standards are available and accessible to our local industry and to our stakeholders, so that we can have improved quality of goods and services in Guyana. And over the years, we've been working closely with ASTM, where we've adopted some of their standards. Actually, our PVC pipe manufacturers in Guyana, they conform to ASTM standards for the pressure-rated pipes. So we've adopted some 15 standards for those products, and also recently we have adopted a standard for paint balls. Now, through the ASTM standard, we were also able to realize our product certification scheme, where we actually certify our two manufacturers, that is Guyana Thermoplastics Limited and Gafur's Industries. They are certified by using those ASTM standards, right, for their products. So we can be assured of the quality of those pressure-rated pipes within the scope for certification. So over the years, we've developed our relationship with ASTM, and quite recently, I should say, after we would have signed the MOU, there is increased need for ASTM standards. So we've recently also signed on to about 19 of their committees so that we can have increase in our scope in understanding the different types of standards across a wide cross-section of standards that we think will be beneficial to us at the GNBS and also for local industries. So our relationship has been quite good, and also we know there are opportunities where we can actually have study tours and study visits, which we think will be very essential for us now that we're moving towards the oil and gas sector. We need to build capacity in that area, and also in construction as we're looking towards revising our building codes. We're going to be teaming up with ASTM and ICC to see how those synergies can work. So we'll have standards available for Guyana to improve our quality of products and services, and also to build those sectors in focus. It's at a very timely time in Guyana's development, so we can really show how we can have more really strong relationships with ASTM, with ICC, and also with CrossQ. So we look forward to the roadshow in Guyana. It's kicking off from now.
Wow, quite a bit. Yes. How did this roadshow come about? Could you tell us about what are your intention, targets, and so forth?
Well, the Roadshow is a continuation of roadshows that we've held around the world, actually, and the Caribbean region is an important one to ASTM, and so we decided that this year, 2018, would be the year that we would visit some of our main partners in the region. We were in Jamaica earlier this week. We had a great turnout of some 55 stakeholders at an industry event held in Kingston. Then we followed up with some events in Trinidad yesterday, and we had another great turnout as well. We were at the National Standards Bureau and had 100 stakeholders join us for an event there. So it's been a great chance for us to really build relationships with people here in the region, to learn what their needs are, to learn what their challenges are, so that we can better collaborate in the future. Our overall goal is, of course, to promote the use and application of ASTM standards. But we understand that our standards can't be used perhaps as they are written. They need to be adapted to the region. And so we just want to develop closer relationships with people here in the region so we can understand their needs better.
So one of the things we at CrossQ would like to see coming out of that is a greater participation in the development of ASTM standards, right? Because if you're going to use the standards, and Jim would have spoken to about adapting the standards, so it's always good for us to participate in the at the developmental stage, so there'll be no need for adaptation at the end of it all, right? And basically, our relationship we're developing with ICC, we're hoping that one day we'll be able to impact on the development of the codes, right? Because you know you always have to review codes, and standards are not static, right? And so we're really looking for participation. And one of the things to action out the MOUs is for, and Mrs. Bostwick would have mentioned it a little while ago, that Guyana have just shown interest in joining 19 technical committees. This is commendable, right? And so we're hoping after the road show that we had in Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago, we could get a similar response, right? With ICC, we're talking now about developing chapters, right? Chapters of ICC. And so if that can spur that kind of development, we really, really appreciate it. And hence the reason why CrossQ is collaborating with ICC and ASTM on this roadshow, because it would be a plus for us if we could impact on the development of a standards organization like ASTM, right? And also ICC, who are the leaders in the development of building codes in the region. And so really that's what we're looking for from a CrossQ perspective.
And for me, it's just a great chance to be here with our partners internationally with the International Code Council, regionally with CrossQ, and here in Guyana with the Bureau. What a wonderful opportunity to work together on a very important topic. And we just hope for a lot of success, and we're really excited about our event this week.